Excellent. Good evening and welcome to the Pearl L. Crawford Memorial Library Board of Trustees meeting for January 2026. As a reminder, this meeting will be recorded. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much, my friends. I would ask, has everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes from our December 9th meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, well, good.
Wonderful. Any changes that needed to be addressed? Wonderful. With that, then, I would ask for a motion
I
to
make a
approve
motion
them.
that we accept the meeting minutes from December 12th in entirety.
Second.
Wonderful. I have a motion from Joyce and a second from Richard. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those
I
opposed?
abstain. I wasn't here.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 acceptances, 1 abstention. Thank you so much. Those are approved. Next on our agenda would be the director's report, please, Nicole.
Yes. So, as everyone knows, Baker and Taylor, one of the largest book suppliers in the country, closed its doors at the early fall. It was a long, hard road of trying to get books. They all came in this week. Anne is very excited.
Oh, boy.
No, they've been trickling in, but we got a huge shipment this week. So please come to the library and borrow a book. But in the meantime,
Fair.
I took a webinar with Amazon Business, which we subscribe to. We have an Amazon Business account. We get heavy discounts on things that we buy from Amazon. They're really looking to get back into the book business, so they're offering really deep discounts to libraries. So I did a webinar on that. We had our monthly staff meeting on the 16th, and then on the 30th, I took an acquisitions class in Evergreen, which is the staff side of the catalog, to see if we could add acquisitions and make the workflow a little bit more streamlined, but I don't think that's something that we're going to pursue at this time. Staffing update, Jubilee Nail, who is one of our library aides, completed her MLIS, her Master's in Library and Information Science from San Jose State University in December. We're so happy for her, so proud of her. She is now eligible to receive her certificate of librarianship from the Mass Board of Library Commissioners, so she will be an official librarian. So congratulations to Jubilee on this outstanding accomplishment. She's just a great addition to the team. Deb organized the Season of Warmth, which was our blanket collection supporting the Boys and Girls Club of Webster. Her programming efforts for December included outreach to major authors such as Frida McFadden and Alice Hoffman. News Bulletin, we cannot afford either of those authors, but she did ask. They were ultimately cost prohibitive. Kathy completed her collection development webinar about community-centered practices on December 19th. Facilities. So we have that big TV in the teen room. We do not have the Xbox in there any longer because there's like 4 games available. The new gaming systems all require like cloud licensing, so it's really not something that you can have in the library because the kids are required to log into an account, and it doesn't work. There's really no workaround at this point. So I was able to buy a Fire Stick and download the apps that we have on the TV in the main room. So now we have teen dedicated programming streaming on the TV. So it's something to look at. So yeah, it's a good reminder that we need more teen programming because we see the same 3 slides. Although they're outstanding programs, we would like to add more. The millstone plaque replacement is still pending. I haven't done anything with that yet. The parking lot crack sealing is still not done. The weather came.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that. I'll update you when I hear anything else
It's
on
like a
that.
next year thing. Well, no.
Spring.
Spring.
This year.
thing, yeah.
I
Next year
get
is
a phone
here.
call every other week saying, I'm coming, we can do it, the weather looks good, but it's not gonna happen right now.
That's
And
not-
you just don't want to do it when it's too cold because
Exactly. Let's
then
It's gonna do it all over again.
Send money out the window here.
you know,
We've waited this long, we can wait a couple more months.
yep.
We still have a small leak in the mechanical room under control, but that is pending still. And the electrician was on site evaluating the hand dryers in the bathrooms. They are working as expected. The replacement for the 3 units is about $1,000. So we put that project on hold to replace something that's working with something that's going to work the same. Doesn't make a fiscal sense to me.
I mean, is there a different version of what we have? Because what people
Oh,
don't
there's-
like
One that
what we
works.
have.
There's a whole variety of hand dryers out there. The ones that they have in Webster will knock you down.
Yeah. Literally,
don't know if we
They
need
don't
that.
just take the water off your hands, they'll take the skin. They just,
15 years ago, right after the library opened, I complained. Because they are,
Yeah.
they're weak. They're weak.
Yeah.
And then we put the towels up for a while. And then
Germs.
the towels came down. And it was just like, this isn't worthy. I said, because I asked for the same thing umpty years ago when we got the prices. I said, it is not worth it.
Green? They would like green?
Yeah,
like
oh yes,
that's
of
why they're
course, yeah.
eco-friendly?
It's like barely,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Barely
push the,
breathes.
but they are working exactly how they should. They always
You
have.
might as well
They're-
just shake your hands off.
always
So
have.
it's about like
one
that.
other problem with them is the placement, because right under it, you've got some sort of, there's a sheet metal there's a piece of sheet metal under there. I think it's air, probably cooling or warm air supposedly coming in, but water drips on that and it rusts. So eventually, you're looking at having to repair that. The darn thing should be somewhere else, because I don't care how dry your hands are going to get, when you start off, they're wet, and there's water that's going to fall on that lousy sheet metal, and it's not really protected very well. So it just creates another problem down the road.
Are you talking there's a vent underneath the hand
Yes.
dryer? Oh, okay.
Well,
All right.
if you
I
look,
was
you'll
trying
see that they're
visualize
starting to
what you meant.
rust, and that's not going to stop. It's just going to continue until you've got an ugly mess, really, and then you have to replace that.
Yeah.
But it's the placement of the darn things that's causing that, ultimately.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a cap could be retrofitted just over the vent, so it,
Something,
A little
yeah.
lip, so just, yeah, a
Yes, it does.
plastic lip.
yeah, so it,
Won't
not
rust.
melting.
Won't rust or won't melt, yeah, something to make sure that, and before we leave, the millstone, I've been watching that silly thing, comes and goes, it's like, I think we let the kids go at it and pick every piece of black off they can and see what it looks like. Because, I mean, we can't have something painted because it peels. So unpeel it completely and then go from there. Because, I doubt it. We're probably going to want to replace it. But what if it all of a sudden looks okay? It's just, two different, maybe it's a different metal, who knows? But I say, get rid of the paint first and see what it looks like. I mean, it
Because
can't hurt.
that's what's on it now?
Yeah,
There's
it's a black paint that keeps peeling. It's peeled now twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it just...
It doesn't
It's a
last.
heat.
It looks...
Marker.
Well, yeah. And it might actually work better. I'm just saying, maybe as simple as that. We should try a couple things before we spend $500 on
Another place.
raised brass one, because we can't put paint there because the
Right.
paint peels.
Right, it gets too hot.
Well, we talked about having like a piece of granite, like you do on a tombstone.
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
done up
something
Etched.
that, yeah. But I mean, I'd say before we spend money, let's see what we can do. But
is anybody offended besides us? Has anybody?
I haven't heard any
well,
complaints
isn't
about
that
it.
true? That's so true.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's not,
It's us.
It's an eyesore.
I get
Yeah.
that, but $500 is still $500 that maybe we don't,
That's
like
why I say,
your
let's
idea.
try a couple
Let's leave
cheapo
it.
things
Leave it.
first.
See if somebody
These
wants
things.
to pick some paint off and then see where we go from there.
Yeah.
Maybe something can be done.
And maybe a
but-
Sharpie. Who knows?
It might be
Sharpie
something
might not
simple.
peel.
It might,
Maybe that's
Time for an experiment.
I think so.
All right, more to come.
Nicole, quick question. You didn't say anything about the parking signs in the parking lot at the entrances. How's that going? Any reactions?
I left the lot tonight, and there were 4 cars in the parking lot, and we are
Yes.
closed.
I saw one there.
So I think it's I think somebody that works at the pizza shop. I think the 3 on the back are high school students that leave their cars and go gallivant together and come back.
And
There was a problem a couple weeks ago with the snow and the plowing because one car parked along the back of the property line, like almost where the garden was supposed to be, right? And so they plowed up to the vehicle and then on the other side of the vehicle, and whoever parked there didn't do the right thing and shovel
Oh, yeah, no.
So until that snow melted, it was 4 days that we were short 3 spots. But it's,
I'm in.
but
That's
it's
what I
snow-
said.
Well,
I'm in.
you know, so we'll see. We gotta give it another couple weeks to
Storms.
see really if there's any improvement.
Because the signs are new,
Yeah.
and some people maybe have not seen them, is it possible to get like neon, like cool hard, like oak tag neon to put a sign, if you know, like with a reminder, like, and put it on their windshield, not a ticket, like before the next step. You don't want to get towed, you
Yeah.
never know.
I think particularly in behind, because
makes
that's
a
the police, it's the, that's a fire lane, and so they should not be parking.
Oh, I'm sorry, on the side of the
This
building.
is
It
a
it's
children's
parking.
end.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the children's side, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, why not?
Well, just
have a
because
few and just
maybe they haven't seen it, a little extra, just
friendly
That
reminder.
friendly reminder.
Yeah.
We try to catch people, like if we see them, you know, like in the morning, sometimes before I come in, like National Grid will park there when they're doing like pole work, and there's like 12 trucks and a boom truck. They just go over and say, hi, how are you? How long do you plan on being here?
Exactly.
That same type of thing. So if we
Nicely
catch
said.
somebody, you know, parking there, we'll go over and say, hi.
I know you don't want another job. I'm not trying to.
No, I'm not trying to add to your to-do list.
But I just like,
Yeah.
the signs are new, and
Yep,
just
Yep.
they are new.
a reminder.
They are new. We might have
Did
to
you
get
know?
a couple more.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. We received 2 gifts to the library in December, a $500 donation from a Crawford relative, and a $75 donation to Webster First Federal Credit Union without restrictions. So we put that in our programming pile, and we'll do something nice. And thank you to both Webster First and Nancy. We are also excited to announce that the Mass Cultural Council grants have been awarded, and as a result, we'll be hosting a variety of special programs throughout this year, including music, crafts, and educational events for all ages. The first one is February 19th, 11 to 12. It's Playful Engineers with Jay Mankita. So this is geared towards children. The Cultural Council partially funded it, so we have agreed to partner and pick up whatever costs that the Cultural Council can't. That way it spreads the money out a little bit more. February 26th, we have Popular Music and Veterans with John Waterman. That's at 6 o'clock. We're very excited to have him come. That was fully funded. March 26th, we're having the Music of McCartney with Dan Kerouac. That's at 6 o'clock. We are having a series of 3 with happy art, creative journaling, gel printing, and then they're going to do a teen zine workshop, which is they do like a lot of word cutting and making like a vision board specifically for teens. It's going to be very cool. So we're excited about those 3 programs. And then on May 2nd, Local for Life starts their 3-session junior meteorologists program. We are partially funding the 3rd in the series, I believe. But that's great. That's put on by 2 Dudley teachers, Dudley Charlton teachers, and they do a phenomenal job with the kids. It's all learning-based, hands-on. If you haven't gone to one of their programs, you really should. They're fantastic. And then finally, this month we added newspapers.com. It's a database, so it's in our digital offerings. There is a shortcut on our homepage, crawfordlibrary.org, and then there's also listed on the genealogy tab on our website. It's the largest online newspaper archive. It's established in 2012. It's used by millions for genealogy, family history, historical research, crime investigations, journalism, entertainment. You can search for obituaries, marriage announcements, birth announcements, social pages, and anything that you can imagine. This is something that is owned by Ancestry. The difference with newspapers.com is you can use it remotely from home with your Dudley library card, but you must have a Dudley library card. It authenticates off of our number. So we hope that you get to use it. We are having a program, I want to say February, let's see if I can find it really quick. In February, it's going to be a hands-on tutorial with Patricia St. Marie, who runs our genealogy group, and she's going to show people how
Introduction
to
to
use
newspapers?
it. That's it. When is it?
It is the 8th of February, 5:45 to 6:45.
Perfect. And that's a drop-in.
If I may, regarding the newspapers, the Webster Library has digital access to back issues of the Webster Times. Is there any way we could piggyback that?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I don't know if it's just a link that they added to their website. I don't know if it's, we don't pay for the Webster Times.
No, it's something that they've had historically. I don't
So it
know
might
how they
just-
funded it originally, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's even a cost for it. It might just be a link to their archives. But I can look.
I don't think that's the case, but I may be wrong.
I'm not-
But, I mean, for people in Webster, people in Dudley, people in the area, that is the newspaper of record, such as we have one. I mean, they're what used to be the Worcester Telegram, but we're down pretty much to the Webster Times at this point. And I've seen a number of people there at Webster that I believe are actually looking at those past issues, going back. It starts 1859 from the beginning. Some of them are very hard to read because of the condition, I think, in which they were photographing or taking the image. But much of it is there. It's searchable. I mean, you can look by word or by date.
So that's fantastic. That's another resource that our community can use because we're all part of the same consortium. So that's great that they're offering.
And what's there is, I'm sure, the Dudley events in Dudley is mentioned in the Webster Times a number of times, certainly over the years. Just a thought. Now, I know they have it, but if they'd be willing to share it or whatever the arrangement might be.
But maybe I'm not understanding. It's a digital archive?
Yes,
So they access it digitally?
you can. Yes, you go in. It's on their website.
Right, so,
I think I know who actually did the work to digitalize it. So it may be just Webster, so you may have to ask about this, because I don't know if you can, if they did it, do they
Right,
have
but
to offer it to other
exclusive.
people?
Yeah.
Right,
you know?
but it might be a database that's available and they're just picking up the link. So I don't.
No, well, I know
No.
somebody who physically did it. He took the newspapers and worked with them and had to do all that. It's over my head.
It's a question. I'm not sure
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
it'd be
technical
interesting to
aspects
see.
of it, but I've.
Just a simple
I know
question.
that it is accessible, and it is accessible on their website, so my thought would be that it might be accessible
Yeah.
through our system, if you will, or comparable.
Have you tried from our system?
No.
No, I was just curious.
What physical newspapers do we have at the library that people come and read daily?
So we have the Boston Globe, we have the Sunday Telegram. I did discontinue the New York Times. I didn't feel like it was getting enough readership to carry it. Of course, as soon as I discontinued it, people came in looking for it. But I have a better idea of how many people are reading it. The Telegram and Gazette, the Worcester Business Journal, we have Barron's, which Webster does not have Barron's, so I've heard a lot of people say it's great that you have Barron's because we come here to read Barron's and we go there to read.
We have the Wall Street Journal. We did at one time.
I don't think so.
No
I don't
longer?
think so. We have the Worcester Business Journal,
So what was the Boston one that you have?
Boston Globe,
Well-
Boston Sunday Globe.
So that one I thought was very high in cost years ago.
Not as high as the New York Times. The New York
Oh,
Times
yeah.
was
'Cause
really
it was
expensive.
like $900 or more than that, I
I
believe.
don't believe it's that much, no,
Okay.
no. And it's hard to tell how many people are reading it because we're not checking it out. But I definitely know people are reading the newspapers. One of our changes that we made this month at the library is I'm trying to move, as everybody knows how I love to move furniture, but I'm moving collections around. So one of the collections that we brought forward, because somebody had said, oh my gosh, you can check out a magazine from the library, and I was like, yes, you can. So I thought, well, people probably don't know we have newspapers. So the newspaper shelf is now in the main lobby when you walk into the left, and it's hot off the presses, and there's some newspapers there.
Yeah.
We have seen a couple people sit down and read it. We also moved the juvenile magazines in the children's room to the front desk to see if that would help with circulation. I looked at the numbers before I left, and we can look at the numbers when we get into the report. But just this month, since we moved it in January, today is what, the 12th, 13th?
13th.
36 circulations. Now, that has been almost nothing.
Yeah.
So it
Put
shows
it in
you
front of
that
their face.
people
Yeah. Smart
like
move.
to move things around and,
Smart.
see things differently, so.
Without
we're
spending a
working on it.
penny.
Without
It's like,
spending any
oh,
money,
looky,
yeah.
Right.
there's something else.
Yeah, because the magazines were coming up for renewal, and I'm like, do we, don't we? Are they going out? They're not, but can we force them to go? So,
Yeah, it's like non-new offerings. Check
Right.
it out. We have them. You
See
just
what-
don't know we have them.
See what you've been
no,
missing.
that's good, that's good.
Yeah.
So the library traffic continues to trend upwards. We're 15% over where we were last year, so we're very happy with that. We had a good month, especially for December. We were expecting a little bit more traffic than we received during school vacation. This number does not include the people that we served at the tree lighting too, the off-site visit that we did with Kathy and I. I felt like I was going to leave that number separate to not inflate it, but we're really happy with that people are continuing to use the library. I threw in the museum pass usages year to date. So July through December of FY24, there were 48 uses. July through December of FY25, there were 86 uses. Feels like Monday. And this year to date, July through December, we're at 113 uses. So
That's cool.
people are starting to
unbelievable.
see things a little bit differently.
And did you change the presentation of them? Did
No,
you
I
do
think,
something different, a little different?
So we have that museum pass
In
module that lives on the
1859
website, and it
Right.
enables people to reserve things online. And I think that makes the difference. You know, people want to know that when Auntie Sue is coming to visit
What is
them
the
in March,
website?
that they can get the
Oh, that's
pass to
what I
the
see, Kelly,
annuals later.
public
They don't
library.
want to say, oh, we don't know if it's going to be
Find people
available. You can
places,
try and
find
come
date.
pick it up the morning
Yeah,
of.
I'm looking at the address
This
up there.
program
There's
allows them to
links
reserve it in
Webster
advance,
Times,
and they
so,
see it.
yeah.
You know, it lives on the
Um,
website. So.
And they're showing up and taking them when they've reserved them?
Yep,
That's
so
fabulous.
No.
Right
that
here,
program
next
is
one.
really cool
Nope,
because
right
you
there.
can see
Right
not
there,
only when
Webster
somebody
History
reserves a
Archives
pass
online
and takes it,
/home.
you can see when they reserve it and abandon the
That could be
reservation.
Webster's, that could
So
be
you can
theirs.
really see people
Okay.
are interested, but maybe it
think it's
didn't work
theirs.
out.
Sure,
Yeah.
but she's
Yeah.
not
No.
coming.
I mean,
Right, and I don't
Okay,
count,
whatever.
right, and I don't count the abandoned reservations, I just count the actual uses.
Uses, yeah.
But that's
Fabulous.
good data to see too.
Yes,
Well,
no,
so-
that's super.
Tremendous numbers.
Yeah.
Great increase.
Yep. And then, of course, here's all our upcoming programs. I'm not going to read them through, but like Local for Life will be here January 24th. That was the, it's Beneficial Bugs. That's a hands-on learning program for kids. Fantastic opportunity. January 29th, we're having the communication exchange at 6 p.m. with Jessica. It's just learning how to be a better listener and learning how to have a conversation with people respectfully. It's hands-on. We had 6 people show up for the first session. Really great feedback. It was at 10 a.m. in the morning. Everyone came out of that class saying, we learned something. Like, that's pretty cool. So if you get a chance, you should go. You can just show up. You don't need to register for that one. We are seeing the 2nd grade class this year. We have teen painting. We have, we're doing a drop-in take and make clay snowman. We're having a veterinarian program for the kids where on a half day of
I was
school.
gonna ask you about that.
Yeah. So Kathy found this program. She's a vet. She comes in, she talks to the kids about what a veterinarian does, and she brings a kit for each of the kids so they get to medically practice on their
Yeah.
animal that they bring.
Poor animals.
I know, right? We have some great music events, so really, and we have Mushrooms with Jonathan coming in March. The best way to see all of the events is go to the event calendar, crawfordlibrary.org, and just scroll, because there's a lot happening.
Another one I want you to talk about and promote is book bingo. Tell us about that.
So that's something that I've kind of always wanted to do. We have Cook the Book, we have True Crime, we have Pearl's
bingo.
Book Club. What don't we have? We don't have like another fun thing. People love trivia. Trivia does really well at our library. So there's a company that puts together book bingo kits. So I picked Fred Bachman's My Friends, which is a great fiction story. If you haven't read it, it's heartwarming. Hot on the fiction list right now. We're going to try that for March. The kit has not arrived at the library yet, but we can have up to I think 25 people. And we are calling it book bingo because therapy is expensive.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
come
Love
and have
that.
a little bit of fun with us. So we hope that does well. We had our first puzzle fest last night at the library.
I saw
Puzz Fest.
that.
So that was a patron request. We had no intention of doing it because almost every library in this area does it. So like that box
didn't know
has been
that.
yeah, that box has been ticked. But we had a patron request and we were like, we're gonna do it. They live in Dudley, we're gonna do it, and it was filled, and they had a great time. So we have another one scheduled for February and another one scheduled for March. We bought the first set of puzzles, but there's a puzzle exchange that you can go to, so it doesn't even cost anything. You just keep exchanging 6 puzzles, and people sign up online, and Deb had a great time.
So
It's-
they all did the same puzzle?
they get the same puzzle unopened. They don't get to see it ahead of time.
Okay, and it's timed.
It is not, it's whoever finishes first. We were doing groups of 4.
Okay.
But there were some groups that had 6, and there were some single people that came, and we realized last night, we were told that they don't want to be in groups. Like, they want to do their own thing. They don't care if they're competing against 6 people. They want to do it themselves, so that's what we're doing. So
All right.
we're going to put it out there. 6
Independent
teams
together.
can sign up, and that's it. So,
Love that.
yeah. Yeah. They love it. So we had families come, all ages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good turnout.
yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, my nephew said that's a big grab at
Yeah.
their library.
Isn't it funny? Yeah. So they brought snacks. We're going to do it on Valentine's Day next month, a Saturday.
Yep.
So I'm just going to get some snacks to put out because the puzzles were free. We took them from another library. I had to order one on Amazon to make the 6th, and good to go.
Great.
Yeah.
How many pieces?
500.
Yikes.
500.
Yikes.
Yep. I know. I'd be like, I'll take a 250.
300's
Some people.
How long were they
Yeah,
there?
amazing.
I think
that they
Deb
can
said
do
they
it.
finished, the first team finished in just over an hour. The second team was
My
minutes
goodness.
behind.
Oh, yeah.
Minutes behind.
Hour?
Yeah.
It's a competitive little crew.
Yes.
Yeah. There is a team that travels to a lot of local libraries, and it's a team of 3
Participates.
women.
Yep.
And they literally, nobody can beat them. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Did they win?
So,
They didn't show up at ours last night.
I thought maybe that was
so
one of us.
But I heard their last puzzle they completed in 23 minutes, 500 pieces. Can you imagine?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody,
I cannot imagine that at all.
poor Ben is completely blown away.
Exactly. My table sits in the corner for months.
Collecting dust.
Exactly. And then one of the grandkids will come on, and let's
Thank
go
you,
do it.
man.
Come on, Grandpa, go put in a few. I said, okay,
Love
let's
that.
go
The
do
spell
it.
that they
Yeah.
cast on these people.
It's so
But
funny.
everybody probably has their own job.
Methods?
to
Oh,
do.
sure.
If-
You're
if
doing the
there's
edge,
3
you're
in the
doing the
team,
this, you're
yeah.
doing that. Pick that color. There you go.
And we thought people would be like, well, that's not fair. They have 5, we only have 2, we need. And nope, they want to do their own thing. So
There you go.
I said to Deb, let's hear
Love
what
it.
people are saying. Let them do
Sure.
their own thing. Put
Yep.
the puzzles out, and yeah,
Just for fun.
just for fun.
Well, for some it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Some, I don't know.
Maybe a
It
little
sounds-
cutthroat
yeah.
We say it often enough.
Right.
Right.
There is something nice about competition.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There was a little competition at the Elf Trivia in
Sometimes.
December. So
Oh.
it was good. It was good.
All in good fun.
All in good fun. Circulation statistics, we did well again for the month of December. Physical items were up 5.72%. Digital items were, we'll call it a percent because it was 0.91%, close enough to a percent. So overall, our collection's still continuing to grow, 4.5%.
Excellent.
Yep. And then the December programs, we offered a little bit of everything. The crafting went well. Kathy and I were on site at the town for the tree lighting. That was a lot of fun. We had the Birds of Prey Wingmasters were here. The genealogy group had a decent turnout for December. December is really, really hard. The program that we postponed, the Ginger and Spice program that was supposed to be in December, we had 3 people signed up for it. We moved it, and it's in 2 weeks on a Saturday. It's completely full at 30 people with a 16-person wait list.
Holy moly.
So that tells you like
Could you
the
do
timing.
2 different classes and to
So-
accommodate everybody?
Probably not. It was a grant from the Ag Commission, and Chris only has, because she does so many hands-on things, she only has so much of the supplies for people.
Materials.
Yeah. So again, we're watching people sign up for programs and not come, and then having open spots. So the 15 people that are on the wait list are told, be on site. If people don't show up from the first 30 that registered, then you're welcome to go in. And it seems to be working. The magic show that we had last Saturday, Kathy had to close the doors at 60, so she turned away about 25 people on Saturday. Yeah, there was no registration required, but the message went out, first come, first served. It was a little chaotic. So what we're going to try moving forward is first come, first serve. The morning of, you can come to the desk and get a ticket.
Yeah.
And that ticket gets you into the program, because
lose
what was
it.
happening is people were, waiting in the lobby, or they were going to the children's room, and then they were afraid they weren't going to get in, even though they were in the building. So that's what we're gonna try is ticketed events.
Sure. Yeah, have
Um,
your 60 tickets and then sign goes up, 60 been given out, sorry.
Yeah, we had pop-up art on last Thursday, max of 15. We had a wait list for that. Monday, we called everyone 100% confirmed that they would be there Thursday. Wednesday night, 3 people canceled. Thursday morning, 2 more people canceled. So we were scrambling to fill those spots. So it goes back to,
Yeah.
it
So
doesn't,
much.
maybe a ticketed first on site is
And
the
then
best
what,
way to
would
go.
you say after 10 minutes past the hour or whatever time it's starting, after 10 minutes, if there's open, then you're gonna let people in?
Yeah. And honestly, you wouldn't even have to wait the 10 minutes because, especially for crafting, like, they're doing a step-by-step
Right.
program. Like, if they're not there on time, they really aren't coming.
Right.
So, we were lucky we were able to fill it, but we're paying attention to what people are
Process.
saying,
Yep.
you know. And of course, you know, I'm sure there were children that were disappointed on Saturday, and we feel terrible about that. But the room can only hold so many people.
Right.
So
And
it's-
really doing it that way, I mean, you're at least letting everybody have that opportunity.
No, sure.
You
Right.
might get in, like,
Right.
Exactly.
instead of just shutting it down at 60 and
Right.
saying, nope, it's full.
Right.
Like,
And then,
having that saying, oh, come, because if they don't come, you can
right.
come in, so.
Do you limit the number of tickets that people can take at one time?
It's 1 per, so there's no holding seats for people.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
we want people on site,
Yeah.
because we see it all the time. You know, I have a party of 4 coming, and then 2 of the party of 4 doesn't come, and then we're sending somebody on their way, and that's not, you know, ideal.
Take a person,
Yeah, so we're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, we'll switch it again.
As you said,
I think
keep
we've tried
trying.
everything.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we've tried everything.
With kids, they'll go, Mom, we gotta go. I wanna get a ticket. I wanna get a ticket. Kids will have, train their parents,
once they
chop chop, we gotta go.
Right.
And really, it didn't fill out. Like, Kathy wasn't turning away people at 10:30. The show started at 11. Like, the room filled at like 5 minutes of 11. So like, that's almost at start time. So. So we had 53 programs in December, 598 participants. So we were happy with that. Kathy had a productive month in the children's room. Baby Open Play was not a popular offering. She thinks it's probably the cold weather. You know, it's tough for people to bring their babies
There's been a
out.
lot of illness going
Right.
around,
There's a lot of
so
flu.
I think a lot of people don't want to bring those babies out.
Yeah,
Right, do
and
not
pre-Christmas is like,
Yeah.
we're staying healthy, sorry gang, we're
Right.
gonna play at home today. Keep the germs to ourselves.
Yep.
She still had 33 people at preschool story time, 69 people at toddler story
Wow.
time, and 7 for yoga for children. So that was a win. Stuffy sleepover was a huge success. People loved to see the pictures of the stuffed animals
Yeah,
doing
those are great,
shenanigans
yeah.
online, right?
Love it.
We were flabbergasted to see 13 people at the family Christmas movie on the 23rd of
That's
December. We
nice.
were like,
Yep.
nobody's coming, but we're going to do it. And then
Yeah.
13 people showed up, and it was fantastic. The kids
Great.
loved it.
Great.
We estimate 250 people at the
Yep.
tree lighting. Graphic novel book club is going well. Pokemon club is going well. Dungeons and Dragons is running strong. She did have pop-up art come in and do a snowy house luminary craft for the teens. It was a max of 10 kids. We had 8, so we thought that was great. The Learn to Play Pokemon card game was super interesting during winter break. We had as many adults come
Yes.
as kids
Because they want to learn how to play with their children.
Yes, how
Yes,
cool is
I
that?
told the family about it. I was
Yeah.
like, they just had it at the library in
Yeah.
class.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So it was very cool.
Yeah.
103 kids did the scavenger hunt. We did 144 take-home craft kits. Riley is like becoming the craft queen of the children's room. She makes so many crafts. She does a great job. The kids absolutely love her. And we didn't have any new 1,000 books before kindergarten, but we did have one child reach 1,000 books on December 31st, and he was just on the front page
Yes,
under the fold of the Webster
Oh, I
Times.
did see that.
Yeah.
He was so cute.
Yep. So it was a good month. Does anybody have any questions?
Nope, that's great. Thank you so much.
I can't believe it. I forgot to print the budget.
I have it.
Oh, good.
make
No,
copies.
neither of you got ones. I'm so sorry.
Isn't it here?
Nope, that's the FY27
I'll go make
budget.
new
I was so
copies.
focused on the FY27 budget, I
many?
forgot
Check,
about the
is that the right one, Ben?
I need one.
Is that
Yeah.
the right one you want?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's the 27?
That should be the 26th.
That's the 26,
Oh,
FY26.
Everyone should be impressed I had it.
I am very
I need,
impressed.
I need the 27.
need
Did you
it.
hand that to us?
I did, it's in the packet that I left.
Oh, okay, then I have that.
Yeah. So it's, the first one is the teen policy, and then there's a budget narrative, and then,
Got it,
yeah.
Yep.
Budget?
Oh, then I have them all.
It
Yeah,
should
there's
look like
three-
this.
Yeah, there's 3 versions of the FY27,
Green.
because we can't have just one.
Never.
Scenario 1, 2, and 3.
Lecter's got a dream.
That's right.
Excuse me. Good Lord. These late night football games are just about
Yes.
killing me. Thank goodness I can go to bed tonight.
I forgot to print that. Thank you, I do. I kind of know what it is, but in case anybody has any questions.
And then I think that'll be next. Thank you so much, sir.
Both of them.
No, no.
I'm not sure if I have that.
That's all right. I made it up. I
I'm
said.
good, unless there was some changes to
Yeah.
this.
I don't know.
Okay.
We got one,
One of
so we
those
can
two.
Case, yeah.
All right, yeah, budget, we got, I just blew the budget on paper.
Right, exactly.
This one that says 402.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, that's the MAR. That's not the appropriated.
Oh,
Yeah. I always put the MAR down there just so I make sure that that it's over that. So column, there's the actual budget FY26, and then to the right of that is the requested budget FY27.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. No, I was looking at.
Are we skipping to budget FY27, or are we gonna finish 26 first?
Yeah.
I just had financial update, so whichever
Oh,
one
okay.
you want to start
just
with,
do your thing.
you run the show.
Wherever you want to start.
We're gonna do, okay, yeah, we'll do FY26 and then do the teen room policy. Just follow the
Sounds good.
26,
All right.
okay.
So FY26 budget, we're right on track. Does anybody have any questions?
That's great.
Still, utilities are still high. Like.
Yeah,
amount
we still have a
remaining.
lot of remaining. If you look at the FY27 budget, I massaged that a little bit.
Okay.
So we get energy credits for the electric, so it's essentially 0. So we might have, there's a little wiggle room in that line.
And you still don't know exactly when you're going to get those. Doesn't you get a little
So
surprise
those-
every so often?
So those are different. So we have solar on the building that we get credits for that roll back the meter. So that's our actual electricity. So I know what that is every month because I get a statement from National Grid. But the town also applies electric credits to our account, so we don't pay an electric bill. So there's 2 separate things happening.
Okay.
Those electricity credits that we get that give us a 0 bill, those are ending, I believe, in 2028.
I was going to say, can you predict this for
Right.
budgeting purposes?
Right, right.
It's like that's-
Do we
So,
know
we should-
monetarily what that number might be?
How much we spend in
Well,
electricity?
yeah, just because if right now we're not paying that bill, we're getting
Right.
credits for it.
What is it going
We,
to be?
we have to be ready to load our saddlebag.
Yeah, so I would say when we're doing the budget next year, we're gonna have to add that back in.
Okay.
So it looks like, who printed it this small?
Good eyes.
So FY '24 was the last time we had an electric bill. It was only $672, but the.
$6.72?
$672.
Just making sure.
FY '23, it's up over $9,000 or $10,000. So we're saving a lot of money with with these credits.
Was this part of a grant, Nicole?
I think it's something that the town subscribed to. It might be like a solar farm,
I see.
and the excess
Solar
is.
credits, yeah.
is-
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
is
think,
split
is that tied in
between-
with the Indian Road, the old former landfill?
I'm not sure
I
what's
think the
gonna happen
town
in
gets some
2028
benefit
with
from
it.
that.
It'd be
Yeah.
nice to have some little prediction
Yeah,
for
one
our
across the
planning
street from
pleasure.
us.
Yes, but
Because we do have to plan.
Yeah, but I've
Not
confirmed
sure
with
about
the
that.
town administration that
At
we're.
least for next year, we're good.
Yeah, we're good
Okay.
for next year.
Okay, cool beans.
Um, And knock on wood, we haven't had any HVAC issues, so it's been good.
That's a good thing.
It is, it is, it is.
So I think we're good for 26.
Okay. You want to do teen room next, Nicole? And then we'll look at a preview of 27?
Perfect.
Awesome,
So I
thank
gave
you.
everybody a copy of the updated teen room policy. The highlighted areas were changes or additions that we made at our last meeting. If anybody has any comments about phrases, a lot of this will point back to the general policy, like the room use policy. So under food and drink, I deleted the teens must clean up after themselves, and just left it at snacks and drinks are allowed at the cafe tables in the front room. In our general use policy, it does speak, and it points back to there is no food allowed in the library past the lobby. It just gives us something to point back to if we need to.
Should this be previewed with some sort of statement that the general policies adhere to the teens also, in case we missed something here, you know? If it just, this is in
Right.
addition to the general policies, like the teen
General
said,
usage,
well,
yeah.
general said this, and now we're saying this, and
That's why we try not to be redundant with the information. We put it in one place. So if it's in the general use policy, we're not putting it in the teen policy, because it doesn't need to be in two places.
no. But I want the teens to know that they have to follow the general also. This isn't just their policies. They have
Right,
to
but
they have to go
do we want to
teens.
inundate them with signs in the teen room that are unwelcoming about rules that they might not read? Like, this is to cover us so we can have conversations with them in a friendly and welcoming way. But there's enough here for us to fall back on, because this isn't even going to be posted in the teen room. This is going to be posted on the website, and then we're going to have that one-page flyer that I didn't bring back with me today. I'm like batting 2 for 2 today.
You're fine.
That just kind of gives them an oversight of
How their space should be
how
used.
their space is, you know?
Should be
I believe
used,
it.
be respected.
I
would
can,
have
Trust you.
I can
Trust your
definitely
judgment.
add that in there. I just,
if you feel it, obviously, if you feel it's gonna be, you will do it, but, right, trust your judgment. Trust your judgment. So now, where are we in this process? Because I missed last week. Do we have to, are we at the approval stage?
I think so, unless there's anybody else has any changes. I know that Joyce, we had talked about changing the language, which I did, to make it a little bit more friendly. Kate had a suggestion about just being very clear in the language that we use in here. Like here, we're saying no food and drink, but down here we said, if you are going to, it's the cafe tables, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
because we
Black,
don't,
white
again,
works
we,
much
you
better,
know,
yeah.
we have a custodian for 3 hours a day,
Right.
so. But if anybody has, because really this is your tone, like how, your policy, how you want it to come across on the website, so.
Will you have a printed copy behind the desk?
Yes,
So-
yeah, staff will have, yes, yeah. And we do have
Binds for all
general
of it, don't they?
behavioral policy posted in the teen room. And we also have general behavioral policy posted in the children's room.
And I see, because I read this online, and so I read the original.
Yes.
I didn't see this.
Yeah, sorry.
And I think my comment earlier came from vaping is not allowed. What are other things? I'm glad it's out.
Well, I
because-
specifically put that in there because we have had issues with vaping. So if I
Really?
write it down, then there's no issues,
Right. It's a non-issue now.
you know? And because I don't think an adult would vape in the building, but kids, you know, kids vape in school.
But they have to obey the general rules too, and that's in the general rules, I'm sure.
Actually, it's not. Smoking is, because our general rules are a little outdated. And we probably should look at
Update
those,
those.
yeah, update
Yeah.
those. Yeah, probably later in the year.
So it just says no smoking?
Yeah, smoking is prohibited on property. So,
We'll do one at a time.
one
This
at
is-
a time,
this is-
one
this
at
is
a
good.
time. I think, and two, I think we might want to start with like the security camera policy, which is very simple, but it just lets people know that there is surveillance on site, and you, as a public entity, cannot ask to see security footage. You would have to go to the police department, that type of thing, or the
A
town
procedure
administrator.
in
Yeah.
order to access it.
Yeah, that one's an easy, I pulled that one out as the first one. I thought that was kind of easy.
I mean, you can pick one,
1.25?
one a quarter, whatever works. Just don't inundate yourself, try to do it all at once.
Yeah. No, Nicole, I was very happy with this, and I think that it's important because it gives a guideline as to what our expectations are as far as the use of that room. But I think it also empowers the teens that do use that space, that these are the rules for the space that you are in. Be proud of your space, take care of your space, you know. This, you know, you're on that cusp of between a child and a grown-up, so these are some adult things that you can do. They're a little more detailed than the children's room rules might be. So I think it's great.
Do you want a motion to approve?
I think I do want a motion, unless
I
there's
make-
any further discussion.
Okay.
Yes, please, Pat.
I make a motion to approve the new library teen room policy.
Second.
Excellent. Pat has made a motion and Richard has seconded. Could I have a vote, please? All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Excellent.
Excellent.
We pass unanimously. Thank you for your work on that, Nicole. I
Thank you,
do
guys.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, yep,
And we'll
yep.
get that up this week.
Okay. Excellent. Next item on our agenda will be the FY27 budget review, please.
Okay, so everyone has 3 separate sheets. The first one is no changes to the staff. So essentially what a level funded budget would look like with just increases for utilities.
You say we have 3. What do they
Yeah.
look like so that we're
So-
on the same one?
The first page is the full.
This one?
Yep.
Good.
The second one, I highlighted the aide salary to
Okay.
the left. That's with an additional 19-hour position for a library aide.
Okay.
And then the third one is highlighted where there is a part-time position transitioned into a full-time position without backfilling the part-time position.
Question, if
Yeah.
I may. I was at the PayPath meeting last evening, and they are dealing with a 20% increase as far as health insurance is concerned. Where is that reflected in here?
It's not, because we don't pay benefits out of our budget. That's paid from, like,
From
the
the town?
human sources, or I think it's the treasurer collector's office picks up that portion.
So you're looking just at salary?
This is just salaries.
Okay.
This is just salaries.
And you said that the part, so on that third one, that you're looking for a, in a perfect world, a
Yeah.
part-time position that you could then convert over to a full-time?
To a full-time.
Okay.
So.
But there would be no aid?
Correct.
So that would be the alternative? Okay.
Correct.
This is perfect.
Same amount of bodies, more hours.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
The utilities line I massaged a little bit because as we just talked about, we have electric credits. We want to leave some wiggle room in that line still because we can't predict what kind of season it's going to be. The other utilities are easy to track now. The printing is predictable, the phone is predictable, the fax is predictable. So the trash, those are all set. The software line is a slight increase. So we did replace, oh my goodness, words. The not Sonicware.
Sonic Wall?
Nope. Oh my goodness.
Say anything, I say, oh, okay.
Antivirus software licensing. Oh my goodness, Nicole.
Cyber optic?
For all of the public computer programs, all of our licensing is updated. We bought a 5-year license. It was a huge, deep discount, so we're good. But this year, we do need to replace the hardware for the Meraki wireless system. Those are the wireless hotspots in the building. It's at end of life. It goes out on July 1.
course.
I have options for a 3-year license, I have an option for an upgrade in equipment, and I have an option for a 5-year license. I think at this point, we're gonna stay with the same equipment, a 3-year license, so it's gonna add about $3,000 to our IT software line. We have enough in there that we didn't need to add that full amount, but that's an added cost for just this year. The building maintenance contracts, pretty consistent. We're expecting a 3 to 7% increase. I did get a lot of the contracts back with estimates. Of course, it's always the HVAC. I am working on getting more quotes for the service contract. What I'm finding is people aren't even interested in quoting it. Like, I had a really difficult
Really?
time finding someone to quote that mini split. It's not as easy as we think it is.
Oh.
Renaud is going to be a 7% increase for a 1-year service contract. It's 2 guys, 2 visits, 3 days each. It's not outrageous.
How much is it?
It's probably going to be $4,400 for FY27. So it did go up.
That's
7%.
just the contract.
That's just the service contract. Just the service contract. But if we don't take care of the equipment, that's when we run
Right.
into
Exactly.
huge
Yeah,
right.
costs.
Generally speaking, we've been satisfied with the service they provided in
They
terms of
always come when
timeliness
I
and things
call.
of that.
Always. Yeah.
I think it's more just looking for
Yeah,
costs.
Oh,
alternatives.
no, obviously, there's always, review, take a look, and,
Yep.
And they've also gone away from doing multi-year contracts, they're not.
yeah.
Oh, they're just doing
nobody
12
wants to be
months
tied
at a
down.
time?
Yeah,
Yep.
and they did.
Hard to
before
know
with a
pricing on
couple years.
materials.
Yeah,
now.
usually they had offered us a
Things go
3-year
up
in
and
the
down
past,
so
but
fast.
because I balked at
That's
the
a lot.
increase, they don't, because I'm not gonna pay, a 15% increase year over year, so they gave us a 1 year this year, they'll give us a 1 year next year if we want it. They have to be competitive too.
No, understood.
So the contracts are right where we think that they're going to be. The material requirement that's set by the state at 16% of the appropriated funds. So depending on what budget we get approved, that will dictate that number. I did take a little money out of the expense line, which is custodial supplies, office supplies, and circ supplies, because I know just where we are on that money and how I can cover that. And then I did misspeak last month. I told you, I believe that the CW Mars fee was $15,340. I misspoke. That was FY26. Our rate for FY27 is $15,700, and that's 2% over this year. So definitely very affordable. So you can see the increases, with the different scenarios. I'm going to advocate for a full-time position. I don't anticipate that this is going to be the year.
No.
Give you some bargaining room.
You have a what?
Give you some bargaining room.
We'll
Yes.
start the conversation.
Exactly.
Yes. Yep.
Gotta
Yeah,
happen at
you
some
could-
point.
They can only say no, I think, yeah, you
Right.
definitely should ask. I just know that the whole transition to union is going to really impact.
Yes.
A lot.
So they're not done with the negotiations yet, so I don't know where the salaries are gonna fall. But what I can say is, if you look at the services that we provide at the library, of course, I went back to the directors in the area and asked them to update the spreadsheet. What is your budget? How many staff do you have? Even taking the budget out of the equation, our counterparts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16 libraries listed. We are the only library other than Leicester who is open one less day a week than we are, that has 7 employees. That is bottom of the barrel. It's kind of amazing to me the amount of work that we get done with the staff that we have.
I know.
So when we look at the services that we offer, what does that bring to the community with a part-time or a full-time position? So one of the things that I would like to do if we get an additional position is we cannot open late an extra night. We simply don't have the staff. Even adding an extra full-time staff person on, we still don't have the coverage. But we could open a half hour early every day if we had even a part-time position. And that's what I'm going to suggest. What else do we give the town with this position? If you look at our programming and our services for children Kathy is just outstanding in what she offers. The literacy training for kids, 0 to 6, the programming, amazing. 6 to 8, it gets a little bit tricky. They're in school, she doesn't have an aide, and she does a phenomenal job. Every Thursday night, she is offering something after hours, after school hours, for kids that are older than preschool. And then you look at the adult services. We have book clubs, we have community groups, we brought back genealogy, we are constantly throwing new programming in. If somebody asks us for something, we go above and beyond to make everybody's wishes happen. And I think the team does a great job at it. So I give us an A over there. But what's missing is that middle age range. If you are the age, I will say even 11. I know 12 we talk about teen because we just talked about the teen policy, but I hear it from parents like 11. They're trying to figure out who they are. What are we able to offer this age group? Not a lot. Like we give them a monthly or a quarterly crafting program, a painting program. We've heard from parents how much they appreciate it and what a great thing it is. But I don't have anyone doing collection development in the teen room. I don't have anyone that has one extra minute to focus on that room and that demographic. We have somebody on staff who just got their Master's of Library Science, who ticks all the boxes for everything that our library could possibly need. Collection development, from a professional standpoint, collection development, being able to weed, being able to add to a collection, being able to serve a teen community with exciting programming for very little money. So that's what I think we could offer by bringing this position, is fill that gap for that age group and really be able to offer so much more to the community. And I think if we did it in a timeline, put a 3-year projection on it, see if we can get it paid. You know, it'd be great if the town could pick it up. I'm going to be honest, I don't think they're going to. But is this something that we can agree as a group to fund, and what does that look like, and how can that happen? We love to talk about Webster and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Many of their part-time positions at the library is funded through state aid. Because why? Because Sandra needs that money because she needs the staff in order to offer the programming that she's offering. Is it ideal? No. Would she want the town to pick up that money? Of course she would. But it's not going to happen, so she made a decision that she was going to take that money and earmark it and use it for staff. So staff is providing these services. Is it ideal for us? I don't know, but I would love to have a conversation about it.
One thing, just looking at these numbers, Blackstone.
Isn't that outrageous?
68 hours, and they have 19 number of staff working fewer than 35 hours. They have 19 people?
That's what she put.
I mean, who's on first? I mean, that's crazy. It seems to be. I mean, that's way above anybody else. The hours are way above anybody else.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've got a bigger budget, but I don't know. That must be a scheduling.
Which library are you talking
Blackstone, last one.
Down at the
Oh,
bottom.
I'm sitting there looking at top.
I wonder if they incorporate some of the smaller towns.
No, it's
around
one
that.
library.
Like-
It's Blackstone.
Yeah,
It's one library. It's a main street in Blackstone.
yeah,
It's one building.
yep. Because Millville
It's
is.
a good, I mean, it's a
No, but
nice looking building.
I mean, I
but-
wonder if their membership is open to like Uxbridge or some of the other smaller towns.
Yeah, everyone that's
Their budget.
part of the consortium has to
Their budget's high.
fully
Yeah.
fund themselves. So she is definitely funding just her area. They are on the Rhode Island line. I don't know how many Rhode Island people that
They probably
serve.
get a fair number because it's right across the street from Woonsocket, effectively.
But that
But
night.
I think they charge out of state as well. There's a fee.
Yeah, I think so. That
That's
20
not for
does
nothing.
include 3 custodians, so
Holy
17.
smoke.
Right, so it says a custodian and 2 custodial helpers. So,
And all of these numbers are on the reporting that you do to the state.
yes.
Play with these
Blackstone's not that
numbers.
big,
No.
9,200
No.
people.
These
And really,
numbers-
honestly, it doesn't matter, like, it does matter how
The
we
one I
compare
don't
to our
understand
peers,
is Douglas.
right?
I don't know how Douglas,
But
that
in the
library
end,
is
we
a
have
disaster.
the
They get
revenues that we have.
$424,000 for what?
So we have to figure out what
building
works
looks
best
like
for
it's-
us, right?
Exactly.
But I will say, it's amazing what we can get done with the staff that we have.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It really is.
Just,
Yeah, you did.
Your elves work very
absolutely
hard.
right.
And I'm not, you know what I'm just being like, I'm watching what's happening to the staff. Like, I will be honest with you, my staff does not feel like they can call out sick because there is no one to fill in their shift for the day. And I'm not complaining, this is a reality of what is happening. You know, burnout when you are in a high customer service job is a real thing. I know it seems silly, but it's a reality.
The staff is
Especially
part
now.
of the union going forward?
The staff will be part of the union going forward.
That's going to add another layer of complexity that we haven't had to deal with before.
Yep.
I heard what you were saying, Nicole, and I think with that whole idea of moving, you know, with our plan being that we would ultimately like to have somebody full-time.
Yeah.
And we have someone who has been working very hard, showing their commitment to libraries and what have you, that would be a fantastic, like,
A transition.
transition goal kind of, and also because, you know, it has definitely been shown that she likes where she is and what she's doing. And that is very genuine no matter when you speak with her. I think it's a nice, what's the word? Symbiotic relationship for all parties involved.
Yeah. So of course, any position that changes or that's open, we would have to post.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it would, people would have to apply for the job. But there's definitely opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
It's still posted internally first, right?
It is. It is. And even if you think about a succession plan, so maybe potentially somebody with MLIS doesn't want to be a director, but they tick the box with what's required with the state. It's always good to have that
On staff.
transition.
It is.
I mean, you know, you don't walk in to be a director without going through every single step in the library. You can't. You can't. There's too much to learn. But what a great journey to learn it early, and you know, to have somebody who wants to walk you through it.
Yep.
Yes, have somebody walk you through it, because you know, that happened to you. You were
Yes.
put all the way through, and then you were kind of almost pushed towards us.
And you really, like, people don't
she liked
realize
it.
how much of this job is building management. You know, you are a facilities
Yeah.
manager.
Yes.
They don't teach you that in library school.
Right.
You have to have the hands-on. So it's a great opportunity.
That is my mantra.
That's a very good point,
Yeah.
because if you looked at each of these buildings that's listed, they're all,
There should be
have their own
schooling for big
peculiarities.
libraries and small-town libraries, because they're two different birds.
Right.
A small-town library, you wear far many more hats.
Right.
It'd be much easier to be a director of a bigger library, I swear.
You delegate, yeah. 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 But the opportunity is there to bring somebody
Yep.
along for the ride.
Yep.
So,
Just,
Yep. Absolutely.
Nifty. Okay. So do we need to look at your changes in numbers of your dreams and the hard facts?
you can, so the next step after, you know, for the budget is we'll have a meeting with John Ruda and the town accountants and go through the first pass of the budget. So this is what I will be presenting to them. And then we'll see what happens.
And they know you're coming with 3 versions?
I was just going to present it.
John
Three?
John will not be surprised.
Oh, good for you.
Well, we asked for it previously, that
Yes.
it
Be
should
consistent.
stay on our list.
Be consistent.
Yes, but I do not think the positions are going to be approved. So Plan C
Well-
will be,
Get the thought on the table anyway.
yep.
Again, I would continue to push the numbers that you produce to us every, you know, that you provide us with every month.
Yep.
And we're still growing.
Yeah.
Which I think is phenomenal when you think about the fact that, you know, we're in a town this size, which is not growing, you know, by huge leaps and bounds, yet our numbers consistently every month increase.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes me giddy. To be giddy? Thanks. Sorry. All right. Any further questions on the fiscal year 27 budget review?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yes, we'll look forward to our February updates.
Excellent.
Nicole, under
Yeah.
utilities, in the level funding and part-time funding, you have 15,000 there for utilities. up above you have 14,000?
So I tried to soften some of the lines as I asked for more money.
Okay.
So I know where I think the wiggle is. And I don't know if $1,000 makes a difference when you're looking at a budget as large as the town deals with, but
Right.
it makes me feel better.
Sure,
Yeah.
I get that, but it's not reflected in the numbers down below. It's 10,000 plus 4,000
Let me see.
on all
which one.
three of them.
So we're under other utilities. And then-
Just the top utilities, the one right under salaries. Maybe I'm misreading.
So just the bolded figures are the ones that total at the bottom. The ones that
Okay.
aren't bolded are just kind of my notes, like my
Okay.
sub-accounts.
Okay.
And I just make sure that that number is lower than the bolded.
Okay.
But I will go back and double check this number before I sit with Dawn.
Yeah,
But I think,
they just didn't add,
oh, the 15, the
math-wise.
9, the 10, the 15.5.
Just the 15 and
Oh, the 10 and the 4?
4.
Oh, the 10 and the 4 are just, it's like a subtotal for me, just so I can make sure I ask for more than what we need.
Okay.
So I have that cushion in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
Yeah. And then, so if you guys ever wanted to see that data, I hide those cells, like moving forward, once it's approved and appropriated, and then I just unhide them when I'm doing the budget, so I can literally see the line,
right.
line by line. So if you wanted to see those, I can show them to you.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I believe we are at item number 6, the director's evaluation.
So
Is that a sigh?
I did, I was like,
That was a sigh, Joyce.
it's
I heard
me
it.
again.
I heard the sigh.
I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, it's me again. I just made you a one page like check-in sheet. I don't think they need a formal evaluation letter to the town, but just a check-in. I mean, we check in every month.
Yes, this is the,
I know last-
officially, this is a
the
6
Midwest-
month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is a
This is a
6-month
6-month
checkup.
check-in.
This
Yeah.
is not a formal,
No.
this is just
Yeah.
a check-in.
where we stand.
Do you want me to just go down the line with the
Please.
goals? Okay, so our goal 1 was to add informational sessions and trainings for public with a professional instructor for the spring. It is ongoing. So again, it comes down to a staffing issue. How much time do I have and where can I spend my time? But still part of my goals. Charlton received this huge ARPA grant. They were able to hire a position for FY26. They offer classes in every library app imaginable, also with introduction to computers, how to use your phone. I did touch base with the director and asked if she would be okay with us sharing her classes. It's, a 10-minute ride from here, and it would give people the opportunity to sit down with an instructor and learn what they want. My door's always open for one-on-ones with people, and I do have people approach me, and I sit with them and I go through everything I need to, but there is this fantastic resource right next door.
They agreeable to that?
They what?
Are they agreeable to that?
Oh, yeah, Betsy said share away.
And we're allowed to advertise on ours? This
Yep,
is-
we're gonna-
this is-
we started
Because they
sharing-
must
No.
have, this week we're doing this, or next month we're doing this, and we
Yep.
can just repeat it here, and so, as you say, a 10-minute ride, you can go figure out how to use your phone.
So I shared their first
Cool.
module, a learning
Shush.
class, which is, I think, an introduction. I forget what their first one is. She literally has one every week happening. So I asked her if we could share it on social with the link, and she said absolutely, because they're finding now that they've been doing this for 8 months, that the classes aren't filling as quickly. Like the need is being filled. There's day classes, there's night classes, and there's weekend sessions. So I will get a complete list and continue to share those. Also,
Love
at
the sharing of education.
right, like what a great thing, like when you talk about libraries resource sharing, just everyone offering something different and having to like stones throw away, be able to use resources
And
is
if we
fantastic.
do find that deadly, it'd be nice to ask them to keep track of how many deadly, because we should make kudos to Charlton, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And give them credit for helping their local towns that don't have the resources, and they happen to get that grant, and that's fabulous. You're sharing it with Dudley.
Yeah,
and
probably- yeah,
You are
probably
using
huge for
Charlton,
them.
Charlton gets first dibs, but the overflow you're allowing us to do, and we should give kudos.
Yeah, so even if they were filled, they would not turn our patrons away. The classes are open to everybody. And we don't, as libraries, look at who signs up for what. Like when our programs go out, we don't go, okay, well, these are the Dudley residents, they go to the top and everyone else gets pushed off. We don't do that as librarians. It's open to everybody for everything.
That's great.
That's part of paying into that consortium and
Then
being
just
part
a
of
general
it.
thank you
Yeah.
for opening it.
I think they call it the Hive.
Oh,
The
that's
Hive.
fun.
So the
Yeah.
Webster Sheriff's Office
Yeah.
also offers beginning computer classes? Where do they do that?
They do. I believe they do it right on site. The girls that work out of that office, there's flyers on our kiosks, and they list all
Oh, wow.
beginning programs.
Didn't know
We had a gentleman come in last month, and I sat with him for quite a while. Had a cell phone, but it was a flip phone. Wanted to make an Amazon account. Well, you can't make an Amazon account without an email, but he didn't have an email, so let's make an email. Okay, we sat down to make an email. Guess what? You can't do that with a flip phone because you don't get your push notifications. So we tried 3 different carriers, and then the Amazon didn't work out. I mean, I probably sat with him for 45 minutes, and I ended up saying, I've helped you as far as I can, but there's this resource. And he did, he went. And they probably helped him with the next step. And short of getting a smartphone, I don't know the workaround for that, but there's definitely resources out there, so we're going to focus on sharing them. I do have somebody working on programming for us specifically for AI, because I know that's something that you guys are super interested into, and it continues to evolve so quickly. So keep your eyes posted for that. Accordance with strategic planning 2025 through 29, goal 2. The first one was to replace the public computers in the teen room. That's complete. Continue to offer unscheduled one-on-one technology classes. That is ongoing. I do want to introduce the 10-minute tutorials, which I love doing, Libby, Canopy, Aspen, but again, I'm going to default that to Charlton as long as they have that grant. Her grant ends in 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see about what happens after that. And then growing e-card awareness and signups. My goal was to increase that by 10%. So last year, FY25, we had 56 e-cards. FY26 year to date, we have 36. So I think I'm on track for that, which is good. We do a lot of promotion like off-site for the e-cards. We have not gotten to the schools yet, which is on my list to do. Goal 3, the library will have stronger presence in the community, work on increasing market and communication efforts through social media outlets, grow followers by 10% annually. That's ongoing. Our Facebook presence has increased 6.65% year to date. Instagram is up 4.5%. So constant contact was something that I worked on, cleaning up. That's a service that we pay for. That's our e-newsletter. But there's a lot of different add-ons that you can use with Constant Contact, and I'm trying to get those into place. Like we changed the e-newsletter from a lot of words.
I really
to
like that.
visual. Do you like that?
That was really well done. Yeah.
Good. We're trying to make it easier, make sure the links are there. So with that, we're still getting about the same open click rate. We have about 900 people sign up for the e-newsletter. The first thing I did was clean up the list. It was at 1,200, so 300 of those were not good addresses anymore. The list hadn't been touched in years. But we were able to do social media campaigns with the e-newsletter. So instead of just emailing, it now goes to social media where you can click on the link and then see the whole newsletter. So you're not telling people to point back to the website. So with that in place, I saw a trend for the past 6 months of an extra 600 views per month. So we are reaching a different audience, whether they're finding that useful or not, I don't know. But we are, that has been an improvement, so.
More traffic.
Yep, that's ongoing. My next goal was to work with the trustees and the community partners to update the library logo. I'm hoping maybe we can start talking about that in March. I was thinking about reaching out to Bay Path and having them see if they could pitch us logo ideas. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. I don't want to create a logo that not everyone is in love with, because it's not something that we want to do for the next 10
They did
years.
just complete something for the, I think it's the Charlton Cultural Council.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the name of the organization, but there were a number of Bay Path students that were rewarded. They were first, second, and third place in terms of the selection process.
Cool. Did it come out good? Did you see the logo?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. I'm gonna look
But
for it.
I think we can get access to it. It's probably out there. I think it's the Charlton Cultural Council, something like that.
All right, I'll look at
Oh, but
that.
I think I did see the thing. It's the number of Cs are overlapping.
Yeah. Does anybody have any feelings on that? Is that something that you want me to hire a professional for? Like, I have a decent eye for design, but a logo is something that is a representation of the library. It's not a representation of me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if
I
that's
guess it all
something.
depends with the higher ups, how much, like, were there certain things like we couldn't do or we had to have? There was certain things
Oh,
I thought.
it was just, back then,
Yeah, maybe.
they wanted us to use the Dudley seal.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
is what it was.
yeah.
I
And we
was
do
just like,
put, we do put the seal on all of our promotions.
Right, now that
And I
we
think that's
added that,
important.
that's how we,
Yeah.
we resolved it, to keep using the logo.
Yeah.
But, you want it to look professional, whatever is
Whatever you
done.
choose,
yeah.
You know, I mean, logos can cost a lot of money.
Yeah,
I think starting at Bay Path would be a really good.
yeah, get a couple of different ideas from them, maybe.
Well, it gives you a little more of a buzz too, in terms of you using the kids locally, and it gets the local resources as opposed to go out and hiring some characters out of Boston or whatever, who I'm
I
sure
don't think
will
you have to
bill
go
you
as far as
accordingly.
Boston, but.
What's that? What?
You don't have to go as far as Boston.
Well, wherever, but I mean, you're going to be billed accordingly. It's going to be out of the zip code in all likelihood. So
Well,
if you could
as a
keep it
nonprofit,
local, I
you
think
might
it
be able
tends to
bargain
play a
a
little
bit.
better with the local folk.
See what's come out, just see what Bay Path has come up with, so
Sure.
I think
our
it's a
neighborhood
nice way to
professionals should
freshen
say,
up.
yeah,
freshen
okay,
up the
that's good, or,
library. Yeah,
no,
new
maybe we
logo.
Not
should
so
go other
much,
places,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember back when we were building the library, and I forgot his name, but he worked with Stewart, and he presented a lot of the designs to us. And they included a lot of their logo ideas. I don't know if they're still around somewhere, but.
The building rendering is really nice.
Mhm.
I like that a lot. It's
That
just
I did with, from
that?
a photograph with, in Photoshop. I transferred
Yeah.
it to black and white, yeah.
It's nice. It's so nice, but like, then you have to start with the font, and then how much can you fit, and then because everything is social media now. Like it's
Sure.
the reset,
Yeah.
So
It all
yeah, there's a
resizes,
lot.
yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah. So.
But this is where those kids are on cutting edge, like they're,
That's the thing, is
They're
they're all
learning
now.
smart and so, oh my gosh.
We've got some
There's
amazing
logo
equipment up
creators
there.
out there, and I put in Pearl Crawford Library, and it came up with the girl with the pearl earring.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I love that. But that's never going to happen.
Yeah,
We're not going to
right.
get
Yeah.
rights to that. And then we would know what that is, but I don't
Yeah.
know if
Yeah.
a lot of people would. But yeah, so I'm going to work on that in the
Files
spring.
Vacancy.
Coordinate with schools to promote library resources and usage, on-site school lunches, grades 9 to 12. This is where, again, our staff issues come into play. It's super hard. We love being with the kids at lunchtime, but it's super hard for two of us to get out of the building together. It's nearly impossible at this point. So maybe with a new position, we'll be able to fold that outreach back in. Goal 4, the library will maintain a well-trained, engaged, enthusiastic staff. The staff are doing related trainings every month. We were to coordinate staff trainings with other libraries one time a year. That's complete. And advocate for a full-time position for FY27. I'm working on that. Goal 5, up-to-date collection that is suited to the community's needs and interests. We were going to focus on the teen collection with ebooks and e-audio. I did increase the digital budget for the teens by 30% for Overdrive. It's too soon to tell. And I can't even see who's reading or using the materials, so it's another tricky thing. I did this week pull all the new teen books out of the teen room because teens don't browse in the teen room for new books. And I put them in the new book section and the adult section. And no sooner, and I think there was 8 books. And no sooner did I put them out that the first lady that came in picked 2 of them and came to the desk and checked them out. And they hadn't left the library. So it's that crossover, right?
Right.
You can never
But it wasn't a
predict.
teen,
It wasn't a teen. It was an adult. Yeah.
But that's
So-
okay because maybe she has a teen.
Yeah, or that's her reading.
You know, that's her jam.
Yeah.
But I think that's when you're gonna see like the whole crossover. You're gonna see, you know, like
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
the weave is gonna happen.
Right.
And I think that's fantastic that if you put all the new material in the same place,
Yeah.
you're gonna have kids, teens who may look at adult books that maybe it is a genre that interests them, and vice versa. So I don't think it's a bad thing.
And we do have a lot of older teens that are now going to the adult section. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Keep trying.
And then
that.
finally, goal 6, the library will maintain and enhance the building and grounds to provide a safe, accessible, and welcoming space. So work with the trustees and the community team to develop an outdoor space. Complete question mark, because I know we did evaluate the parking lot assessment. The picnic table's on order. That'll be here in the spring. Maybe we need to look at next steps when we're setting our 27 goals.
I think maybe for now, the picnic table is what we're doing outside.
Goals met.
It's our outdoor space. For now, yeah, I mean, that's what we're able to do.
Right.
Have to make sure we have a trash receptacle handy.
Yes, right,
Yes.
absolutely.
Always. Improve lighting in the lobby. That's a special pet project of mine, as you all know. The electrician was on site. He is going to install 4 more recessed lights in both the inner and outer lobby. They draw no energy now. They're this big.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, can you take this lighting down? And he's like, I'll just put these lights up for you, and you can change the color that you
Yep.
want. So I'm excited. He'll hopefully be here.
It's funny because
Can they be operated separately
Yeah.
of the lights that are there?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yep,
great.
they'll be on a separate
Nice
switch.
option.
Yep. And the second lobby looks really good right now because we added an extra lamp, but that's not gonna stay forever, and our cute little white trees.
It works.
you love them.
Variety.
The white trees are nice.
People keep,
Yeah.
it makes them pay attention.
Right.
What's going on? Something's changed.
That's half the fun, in
It
all
is.
honesty.
They come
Because
in and they
you have such a little ingenious crew that you work with, and so you guys are all about like, how can we catch them? What can we do?
Everything's
I
on,
think
yeah.
that would be a really fun thing. Like, what's different at the library this week?
Right.
Oh, she does that to us.
Yeah.
Well, to me
You.
anyways. and then I don't get it, and she goes,
I wasn't
Benjamin.
supposed to say it out loud. Oops, sorry.
Benjamin.
Just you and Anne. Anne comes in every day, and I was like, what do you think? And she's like, what? And then she's like, oh my gosh, it's funny.
Nice.
She's great. So we're still working on the lighting situation in the main area in the children's room. Stay tuned. And then finally remove the RFID gates, and as everybody knows, they're gone.
Yep.
Bye, bye, bye.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, thank you so much, Nicole. I know that was a lot, and I appreciate all your work on that. All right, my fellow board members, comments and/or observations you may have.
Same as always, I thank everyone, Nicole and the staff at the library, for the wonderful job that they do in 2025, and look forward to all the exciting things planned for 2026.
Just major kudos to Jubilee. That was fantastic. She's done that under the radar, just while working, while doing everything else. But you'd ask
Heck
her,
of a
she's,
commute
"I'm
to
getting
San
there, I'm
Jose
getting there."
State, too.
Yeah.
Well,
Neat.
you don't rest on your laurels. You guys are constantly thinking up new,
Right.
innovative ideas to bring more people in, to reach more people. And it's really wonderful. People speak very highly of the library and how it's changed and how it's really part of the community now in a great way.
It's
So
awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it really is the quality of life in Dudley, if you
Yeah.
want to think of such, and that's,
Yeah.
hopefully it's appreciated by all. And as we get into budget season, that level of appreciation is certainly encouraged.
Right. And I love Debbie's AI dance.
That was so much fun.
Her excitement.
You guys seen the
Yeah,
dancing
oh
baby?
yeah, that was a hoot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is a-
Ben, we gotta
What's
get
the
you on
Jeff?
social media.
I know, I just
The
don't.
dancing baby.
Dancing baby.
I want to congratulate Jubilee. That is a wonderful
that's awesome.
accomplishment. Thank the
Yeah.
staff for
So
all
it's
their
all
hard work
available
through the
online.
holiday.
Yeah. I
Did you
mean,
go through Webster Library? or
Just,
right
it's
now?
the
do a lot.
Watson
Yeah,
Kelly
do a great
the
job.
library.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's what I
It's right
did.
there.
Yeah, we're really
And
proud of
Webster
Dudley.
Times might even have it.
Huge.
Well, this is the Webster Times, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a link.
Name changed it over time,
Where's that computer? How to use my computer class?
Yeah, right.
but, oh.
Richard's teaching it over here
I'm
now.
not teaching anybody anything, believe
The
me.
link on the Webster library site to Webster Times, I believe, based on the address, I believe it's a link to Webster Times.
Okay, so it's an open source link. I can
So
put
it's
it on our
not
webpage.
archived.
I don't believe
It,
so.
it is archived at
It's
Webster
archived, but
Times.
at Webster Times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can add.
Okay, just, oh,
Oh,
sure,
nice.
that would be easy.
I'm not sure about that. I don't see Stonebridge Press maintaining any kind of a website or any kind of a digital.
I don't believe it's Stonebridge Press anymore.
Isn't it?
No, I think
Salmon
it's
Press?
Salmon, that's
Yeah.
it, Salmon. I was
Oh, they
like, I
keep
know it's an
changing the
S
name.
Because I just wrote a check.
But
Wasn't happy with that
it's
check.
the last thing listed here in this collection of things.
Jeez.
There it is, Webster Dudley Historical Society, and then they go on down here. Ask a
Excellent.
librarian.
Well,
da, da, da,
while
da.
Richard continues to,
Fooling around here. Here we
Move through
go.
his computer.
Digitized collection, access digitized copies of the Webster Times. I can't believe that those characters up in New Hampshire have anything to do with this, because theirs is a bare bones operation running on a nickel and a dime. Brendan Barabee is the editor, and they ain't spending any money on anything.
Yeah, maybe they'll put in a paywall sometime. But
so I will remind everyone, thank you all for coming this evening. Our next trustee meeting will be held at 6:15 on Tuesday, February 10th. I would ask that you stay warm, and could I have a motion, please, to
So
wrap up
moved.
our show?
Second.
Thank you. Richard made a motion and Benjamin seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And the time is 7:40. Thank you, folks.